Nobody wins when the family feels.
It's time for get yak 300K, you can't late. Niggas pure pussy. Better get low, I up this drink and I ain't this. Brothers always down to catch a brain. While I'm from the shit of jungle. In the streets, I left a stain. Little guys lost my niggas sweat.
Why it was important for you to sober up and get a clear state of mind?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. That's another thing I say, like, stay away from that drug shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I know I'm smoking weed right now, but like, all that other shit, bro, that shit ain't what it is, bro, you feel me? Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you going through pain, like, or depression, or that mental health shit, I know all that shit real. If you going through that, I don't know how you cope with it, but like, my word of advice, don't use drugs. Like, I ain't gonna lie, just talk to God, though.
Police now searching for the shooter who gunned down a man in Hallandale Beach, and we've learned that victim was a local rapper.
Bullets flying Thursday night, and this guy says bullets hit his house. So last night, anoche, you hear, right? Bullet holes. You live here. Boom, boom, boom. See? He says, I took off and I hid in the bathroom because I heard way too many shots fired.
Fam, I was editing this interrogation, and I was also doing this pastor who turned into a scammer after calling himself God's best friend. But then back and forth all on social media today, it was reports and even denied reports that a local rapper from Florida had lost his life. And after being able to confirm and getting so many requests, I figured I'd bring it to you guys' attention. And as I was doing research for this story today, it reminded me that most painful stories don't come from the streets. It don't even come from outsiders, but right inside your own family. And today out of Hallandale, Florida, we got a tragic example of that. A young aspiring rapper who, in his mid-20s, who lost his life at the hands of his own relative. And after doing my research, it seemed like the man we're about to discuss today been making headlines in and out the news and seemed like he couldn't catch a break. A man once signed to Kodak Black, lost his cousin in a gruesome fashion, took his anger out on tracks. Just last year, he lost a good friend who he considered his brother. In the midst of trying to cope, he OD'd, which we'll later discuss and hear from him on his thoughts. But after that, he vowed to change his life, turn his life over to God, and stop doing drugs. But little did he know, months after, he'll lose his life, and not even to the hands of a so-called enemy. Today we go over his story, talk about some of his accomplishments in the rap game, who he was signed with, the details on how he lost his life while paying our respects, and check out the aftermath of people who allegedly was his so-called enemies and some big-time rappers taking to Instagram to instantly celebrate. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Today we're going to Hallandale Beach, Florida, located in Broward County, part of Miami metropolitan area, just north of Miami and south of Hollywood, Florida. It's around 40,000 residents, known as a diverse working class city with many Caribbean and Latin American residents. Some say an area where the hood is only 10 blocks, famous for Gulfstream Park and horse and racing casino and the convenient beaches, but also has neighborhoods dealing with poverty and violent crime just blocks away. Also growing up in that environment was Brandon Whamley, 25 years old, also known by his rap stage name. It's Wham, spin the bin.
Niggas pure pussy. Better get low, I up this drink and I ain't dissing dead. I never leave my brothers, always down to catch a brain. While I'm from the shit of jungle, in the streets I left.
One of Florida's biggest artists, Kodak Black, is known for signing artists. And in 2017-2018, under Kodak's Black Sniper Games label, he had talent like Jack Boy, 22 G's, and Wiz the Wizard. Since then, Jack Boy and 22 G's had departed and Wiz the Wizard unfortunately lost his life. During that time, Wiz the Wizard brought his cousin, who was also considered a local rapper, to Sniper Gang, also known as Wham, Spin the Bin. Together they made tracks and everything looked like it was on the ups. Until one day, in a video we once covered, September 17, 2021, Wiz the Wizard body was discovered outside a home on Northwest 9th Street in Hallandale Beach. He was in his mid-20s. Police confirmed foul play. Some say his body was chopped up. His cause of death wasn't immediately released, having his death shake up the Florida rap community, especially because he was young and tied to Kodak Black Sniper's game. May he rest in peace and love and condolences to his family.
In Hallandale Beach, where a body was found this morning, investigators suspect foul play. Local 10's Ian Margle is live with details on this. Ian.
Yeah, police cleared this scene about an hour and a half ago at this point. This is the home where that man was found, but there are still a lot of questions left to be answered here. Namely, why did this happen and where was this man killed?
A
make their way into a crime scene after a man was found dead on a sidewalk Friday.
Investigation continues. There's going to be detectives reaching out to the family, friends, trying to get some more information.
According to Hallandale Beach Police, a neighbor found the body around 6 a.m. in front of this home on Northwest 6th Terrace and 9th Court. It's unclear at this point if the man was actually killed there or if his body was dumped, but police say he did grow up in the area. Although law enforcement hasn't confirmed who he is, the victim has been identified on social media as rapper Wiz the Wizard. And as people gathered at the scene, some pushed their way under the crime scene tape.
When you suspect that it might be a family member of yours or a loved one, you would want to try to confirm that for yourself. It wasn't anything malicious or ill will. It was just trying to get their own confirmation.
Now, investigators are working to figure out who did this and why.
We're making a plea to the public at this time that if anyone has any information that could help us assist with a suspect, then that would be greatly appreciated.
So this is still very early stages of this investigation.
No fans and fellow rappers mourned online, and even in the story we once covered, some thought that a local rapper named CJ had set him up and lost his life in gruesome fashion in return. But some say that wasn't the case as well. His death became another example of violence tied to the Florida rap scene. To this day, there was no public confirmed motive or suspects has been released. And shortly after, things got shaky with Wham, Spin the Bin, and Kodak Black. Wham wanted out his contract. He even went to Instagram to voice his opinion on Kodak and Sniper Gang. He said the whole SG flamed in Tallahassee. Security got us chopped. I was the only hitting back. Nigga was front line about that SG most deaf. Let's see who gonna get active. Rapping shit. But eventually he was able to get out his contract. It was alleged that he paid $300,000 and started his own label, Double M Records, which was something him and his cousin, Wiz the Wizard, had started when they first started rapping.
I started rapping because Wiz, my big cousin that died. He recently just died. Like Wiz, like, see, my cousin that died in 2016, that's Wiz's older brother, by jail, you feel me? When Jill died, Wiz was in jail. He was locked up with Yak in Port St. Lucie. Kodak, he was locked up in Port St. Lucie. So he got out from doing that shit with Yak. He came home and his brother died, you feel me? Yeah. So, you feel me, like he started rapping, so you feel me, like, I was like his Robin, you feel me? Wiz was Batman, I was Robin, I ain't gonna lie, like, that's the only reason I started rapping, because bro, like, if bro wanted to be a swimmer, I would have been a swimmer with him.
Yeah, all right.
Like, you feel me, if he wanted to wrestle, like, you feel me, like, if he wanted to be a tag team wrestler, I would have been, feel me, in WWE with him, you feel me, like, yo, that type of shit. Like, I just happen to know how to rap, you feel me?
Then fast forward to 2023, Wham Spin the Bin would take another loss. A close friend of his he considered like his brother had lost his life. His name was Blood, may he rest in peace. And trying to cope with that pain, Wham had overdose. He felt like he died and came back. Shortly after, he went to Instagram and said the following: 2023, no more perks and no more juice. The following year, in 2024, he spoke about that experience on his interview on Off the Porch and giving his life to God. Check out a clip.
Like, basically the culture, you feel me? Basically, like, we get money playing football, like, we trying to do positive shit now, feel me? Before it was breaking the houses, selling dope knives, rapping, and playing ball, feel me? Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, being a doctor cool too, feel me? Being a teacher, all that other shit, that shit cool too. We need all that.
That's real.
Feel me? For sure.
Talk about why it was important for you to sober up and get a clear state of mind.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. That's another thing I say, like, stay away from that drug shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I know I'm smoking weed right now, but like, all that other shit, bro, that shit ain't what it is, baby, you feel me? Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, if you're going through pain, like, or depression, or that mental health shit, I know all that shit real. If you're going through that, I don't know how you cope with it, but like, my word of advice, don't use drugs, like, I ain't gonna lie, just talk to God, though. Like, you feel me? That way gonna help you, for real.
Nah, that's real. What led you to find God in sobriety in that moment?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it real. After Wiz died, my other close brother died. His name was Blood. Like, his real name was Mourning. I ain't gonna lie, I had overdose type shit, you feel me? I done died out that shit, so like, that shit real, like, feel me? Like, so I feel for anybody going through mental health, depression, you feel me? All that shit real. But feel me, I'm overcoming that.
That's real.
Feel me? For sure.
How would you describe your mind state now that you overcoming all these trials and tribulations you've been through?
I ain't gonna lie, I want $1 billion. I ain't gonna lie, I'm just trying to I'm trying to get that money. I'm trying to be healthy, trying to give back, you feel me? Feel me? I wanna do a lot, I ain't gonna lie, I wanna start a football league, I wanna do a whole bunch of shit, you feel me?
Now, with battling with so much in the last couple of years, Friday, August 29th, 2025, Hallandale Beach police say they were investigating a fatal shoot of 25-year-old Brandon Whamley. They said they responded to a shot spotter alert on the 500 block of Northwest 6th Avenue. Authorities said Whamley was transported to a nearby hospital with gunshot wounds and later succumbed to his injuries. They said the preliminary findings suggest that the incident was isolated and the victim and the suspected gunman was acquainted. Hallandale Beach police continue to search for the shooter, going door to door looking for clues. A man who lived by told the local news in Spanish that he took off and hid in his bathroom after hearing multiple gunshots. The reports had quickly surfaced online that Wham had lost his life, but somehow a page allegedly connected to him was disputing it. But check out the news clip.
Say a 25-year-old man didn't survive, and they're still trying to make an arrest in this case.
Shanae Amara takes us to Hallandale Beach with a safety alert from police.
Police identify the man killed as 25-year-old Brandon Whamley. Now, I was able to briefly speak with his family. They say they are too heartbroken right now to speak and processing what happened. But I can also tell you the people who live in this neighborhood where it happened are still shocked about the very violent way he was killed. Police tape left behind along Northwest 6th Street, a reminder of a violent Thursday night.
As soon as I went in, I heard gunshot. At least 10.
This woman I spoke to asked not to show her face, but she heard the moment Hallandale Beach police say their officers got alerts from a shot spotter.
First of all, it was quarreling. They were quarreling. You can't hear them quarreling. Then they left, and you could hear them, kind of walking away. Then I heard shots, and that was it.
Police found a man identified as 25-year-old Brandon Whamley on the ground bleeding. Whamley was rushed to the hospital, but did not survive.
I didn't come outside because, of course, I was just a little scared after it happened, but the whole area was surrounded, like front, back. I mean, there was maybe more than 10 police.
Investigators say Whamley and the shooter were acquainted and call the shooting isolated, but the gunman is still out there.
And they have that violent instinct with them, so it's like, I am bigger than you, I've got bigger gun, I'm bolder. That's what is happening. Because they sound like young people.
Now, for neighbors on this block, the crime tape, a reminder of how quickly life can change.
Some people do have mixed feelings about the area. Since I've been here, it's been a little calm, but my condolences to the family because it is an unfortunate situation.
And last check, police say they still don't have anyone in custody, despite saying that the victim and suspect knew each other. Again, police say if you have any information, please contact Hallandale Beach Police. Reporting in Hallandale.
Now, though much details is not released on the motive and exactly what happened, the fact that they saying the alleged relative had did it is crazy in itself. A man who was battling with so much, and just months after speaking on an interview about turning his life to God and possibly ODing after trying to cope with the death of his close loved one. It's a crazy story to think about. I want to say rest in peace once again to the victim and every victim that we talked about in this story. Loving condolences to the families and loving prayers to anyone who was affected by this story we just talked about. It's a sad reminder that tomorrow not promised. Try your best to live life, fam, and live life the best way possible. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. This was the story of a local rapper from Florida who was gunned down by someone he allegedly knew. Talk to me in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.